In a quaint little village nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering trees, there lived a young girl named Elara. Elara was unlike any other child in the village. She possessed a curious mind and a heart filled with wanderlust. While the other children spent their days playing in the fields or gossiping by the village well, Elara could often be found exploring the nooks and crannies of the ancient forest that bordered the village. One crisp autumn morning, as the leaves turned to gold and the air grew crisp, Elara stumbled upon an old, dilapidated cottage hidden deep within the woods. Intrigued, she pushed open the creaky door and stepped inside. The interior was draped in shadows, the air heavy with the scent of dust and decay. But amidst the darkness, Elara spotted something gleaming in the corner, a small, intricately carved key. She reached out and picked it up, marveling at its beauty. It felt warm in her hand, as if it held some ancient magic. Determined to uncover its secrets, Elara tucked the key into her pocket and hurried back to the village. That evening, as the villagers gathered around the crackling fire in the town square, Elara couldn't shake the feeling that she was meant to discover the key's purpose. She slipped away from the crowd and made her way to the outskirts of the village, where an old stone well stood sentinel against the fading light. With trembling hands, Elara inserted the key into the ancient lock and turned it. To her astonishment, the ground beneath her feet began to tremble, and the stone lid of the well slowly began to shift. With a loud creak, it swung open, revealing a hidden staircase descending into darkness. Heart-pounding with excitement, Elara took a deep breath and began to descend. The stairs seemed to go on forever, twisting and turning until she lost all sense of direction. But still, she pressed on, driven by a sense of adventure she couldn't explain. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Elara reached the bottom of the staircase. Before her stretched a vast chamber, illuminated by the soft glow of 1,000 fireflies. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, upon which rested a shimmering crystal orb. With trembling hands, Elara approached the pedestal and reached out to touch the orb. As soon as her fingers made contact, a flood of images washed over her, ancient kingdoms rising and falling, battles fought and won, love lost and found. But amidst the chaos, one image stood out above all others, a key, identical to the one she had found, resting atop a pedestal much like this one. And suddenly, Elara understood. The key was not meant for her to keep, but to pass on, to another curious soul in need of adventure and discovery. With a sense of peace settling over her, Elara left the chamber and ascended the stairs, leaving the key behind for the next traveler to find. And as she emerged from the well into the cool night air, she knew that her journey was far from over, that wherever the winds of fate may take her, she would always be guided by the spirit of adventure that burned bright within her soul.